Hey guys, welcome to Minikai. Today we're ranking the top 10 cheating wife TV series on Netflix. So if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Number 1. Obsession, 2023.
Your Jay's father.
That's right. And you're Jay's new girlfriend.
Explores the fine line between emotionalism and self-destruction. The story follows William Farrow, a highly respected and successful London surgeon who lives a seemingly perfect life with his devoted wife, Ingrid, and their 2 children. The stability of William's world is shattered when he meets Anna Barton, the enigmatic and alluring fiancée of his son, Jay. Despite the obvious moral consequences and the risks to his family, William finds himself drawn into a draining secret relationship with Anna. As their secret meetings become more frequent and intense, William's attraction turns into a dangerous obsession. While William is ready to risk everything for her, Anna maintains a mysterious coldness. Number 2. Unspeakable Sins, 2025.
El tipo que viene con ella es su esposo, Claudio Martínez.
Esto se acaba cuando yo digo que se acaba.
In the suffocating silence of an upper-class mansion, Helena lives a life confined by iron bars. Trapped in a marriage to a powerful, emotionally abusive, and controlling husband, her every move is monitored, and her spirit is slowly crumbling. The psychological burden of her home life has left her desperate for any glimmer of freedom or a moment of genuine human connection. Then comes Ivan Diaz, a charismatic young man whose presence reignites the long-simmering spark within Helena. What begins as a search for comfort quickly escalates into a deliberate act of revenge against her husband. Helena plunges into an emotionally charged secret affair, finding solace in Ivan's arms and reclaiming the power she thought she had lost forever. Number 3. Echoes, 2022.
Happy birthday, Lenny. Happy birthday, Gina. Another year. Another year.
Since childhood, these 2 sisters have harbored a dangerous lifelong secret. They periodically switch lives. This elaborate deception continues into adulthood, where they share 2 homes, 2 husbands, and even a child, switching between their lives in Los Angeles and their childhood home in Mount Echo every year on their birthdays. When one of the sisters, currently living as Lenny in Virginia, suddenly disappears, the other twin rushes back to their hometown to investigate. She becomes entangled in a tangled web of lies, local suspicion, and hidden trauma. The investigation, led by the brilliant Sheriff Louise Floss, threatens to expose the twins' double lives to their unsuspecting husbands, Jack Becton and Charlie Davenport. Number 4. Vladimir, 2026.
Even my daughter.
Stop!
Find my entire personhood useless.
Is there an extra chair?
2 more volunteers for the...
Truly, what is more embarrassing?
A fine line between harmless attraction and soul-crushing obsession. A high-achieving but secretly depressed professional whose life is a perfect example of controlled routine, her world changes drastically when she meets Vladimir, a charismatic, easygoing, and younger new co-worker who seems to possess the spark she's long been missing. What begins as a vague curiosity quickly develops into a burning obsession. M finds herself meticulously orchestrating chance meetings in the break room and deciphering hidden meanings in casual emails. As her grip on reality weakens, her determination to realize her romantic fantasies leads her into increasingly dark, humorous, and morally gray situations. Number 5. Someone Has to Die, 2020.
¿Con él?
Nuestras familias pronto van a pasar a ser una. Mira, madre, él es Lázaro, un amigo.
The story follows Gabino, a young man who has spent several years living in Mexico. At the urging of his wealthy and influential family, he returns to Spain under the pretext of meeting his hand-picked fiancée, Cayetana. However, the return turns into a scandal when Gabino arrives accompanied by Lázaro, Isaac Hernandez, a mysterious and talented ballet dancer. In a society governed by a rigid moral code and political repression, Lazaro's presence immediately raises suspicion. Gabino's father, Gregorio, a cold and ruthless government official, and his mother, Mina, find themselves caught between their son's hidden truth and the dangerous expectations of their social circle. Number 6. Dark Desire, 2020 to 2022.
Oscuro. Es un perverso manipulador.
Te acabo de ver acosando a mi futura esposa y yo soy el perverso.
¿Qué haces?
Suéltame, loca.
Lo que daría por escuchar el...
Alma Solares, a prestigious law professor and mother, is trapped in a marriage that has grown cold and suspicious. Convinced that her husband, Esteban Solares, is cheating on her, Alma decides to let go of her inhibitions during a fateful weekend getaway with her best friend. During this trip, Alma meets Dario Guerra, a mysterious and much younger man. What begins as a fleeting moment, a night of intense, uncontrollable emotions, quickly spirals out of control. When Alma returns home and settles into her perfect life, she realizes that her encounter with Dario was no mere coincidence. Dario begins to infiltrate her daily life, appearing in her classroom and stalking her family, turning their brief relationship into a dangerous obsession. Number 7. Valyria, 2020 to 2025.
Soy una impostora. Todo el mundo cree que estoy acabando mi novela y no llevo ni 10 páginas.
Set in vibrant, sun-drenched Madrid, Valyria explores the messy yet beautiful realities of adulthood. Valyria, a talented writer, feels her life has reached a point of total stagnation. Professionally, she struggles with severe writer's block that threatens to derail her debut novel. Personally, the spark in her marriage to Adrian has faded into a cold, suffocating distance. When the weight of her expectations becomes too much to bear, Valyria finds refuge in her 3 best friends, each facing their own chaotic lives: Lola, Carmen, and Neria. Together, these 4 women navigate professional obstacles, infidelity, and the thrill of new beginnings. This series captures the essence of modern women's lives. Number 8. Ransom Canyon, 2025.
Your job to put his heart back in one piece. He's my friend, Ellie. And don't give me that look.
You stay away from that Russell boy.
At the heart of this conflict is Staten Kirkland, the stalwart and steadfast owner of the Double K Ranch. As the most prominent rancher in the valley, Staten struggles relentlessly against the advancing modern world and the shadow of his own past. His resolve is tested when Quinn O'Grady, the spirited and independent owner of a neighboring ranch, returns to town, sparking a relationship that threatens to shake the valley's carefully maintained balance. Tensions are further heightened by the arrival of ambitious newcomers and the return of estranged figures like Kai Flores, whose presence reignites old rivalries and reveals long-buried secrets. As drought, debt, and shifting loyalties push the community to a tipping point. Number 9. Easy, 2016 to 2019.
Doing less laundry and less dishes, we would be having more sex.
It's not our fault if you feel emasculated.
Exactly. But you're saying that the women are less likely to want to fuck the guy if they're making more money.
A long-term couple trying to rekindle their romance through role-playing or an open relationship. The awkwardness and thrill of finding a connection through an app. The tension between creative integrity and commercial success. The series features a stellar ensemble cast. Kyle frequently appears as part of a recurring narrative involving a craft brewery and the complexities of sibling dynamics and business. Annabelle Jones brings a touching and grounded energy to her role, often portraying characters dealing with the vulnerabilities of aging and the emotional searching of late life. Andy shines in her portrayal of the married life arc, depicting the quiet and often hilarious struggle of maintaining identity within a domestic partnership. Number 10. Love and Anarchy, 2020 to 2022.
Hey.
Career-oriented consultant and married mother of 2, Sophie Reidman, is hired to modernize an old-fashioned publishing house in Stockholm. Her life is neatly organized until she meets Max Jervy, a young IT technician who works at the office. The story begins when Max catches Sophie in an embarrassing private moment at work. Instead of resorting to blackmail, they embark on a flirtatious and increasingly risky game of dares. What begins as simple pranks, like walking backward for a day or simply speaking in metaphors, quickly escalates into anarchy that challenges their professional lives and the rigid structures of the publishing industry. As the dares become more daring, Sophie and Max's secret relationship deepens.